Welcome everyone, Coach Adam here with Seminole Esports. We got some of our team in this video. We're going to watch some gameplay. So let's go ahead and get into it. If you haven't already liked and subscribed or followed any of our other pages on Instagram at Seminole Esports, same one word. Also on Twitch at Seminole Esports, and then you're already here YouTube at Seminole Esports. So let's get into it. All right, so we have our Seminole Esports team members playing a kills race. They're doing squads, but they're split into duos. We have Walter, who we are spectating right now. He is our reigning Fortnite champion for Seminole Rec Esports. We have him along teamed with Frost, which is Jacob, and they are going against CJ and Carson. So with them being on the same team, the goal is for both of them to each duo to get the most eliminations. So let's go ahead and look and see what Walter's working on here. So it looks like they're being pretty aggressive to get, I believe this is Doom's. Yep, they're going to try to eliminate Doom and get his Monarch pistol, which is one of those must-have weapons in the game, especially for endgame. If you want to have that, obviously we all go after the medallions. Here we go. Okay. Box them in, finish them. Obviously that's key. We have Jacob over there handling Doom right now, while Walter's keeping the pressure off of him. There's a lot of people that will push this area. Now, they're in the room. They're communicating, obviously, on what they want to share, what kind of loot they're working with. Some of these players are better with certain things than others, and they just kind of all understand each other to know how to divvy it up. It's teamwork at its finest. So you want to make sure you have your heals, which Walter has right now. He's using that War Machine jetpack. You can see how quick he's moving throughout the map. It's a very good movement piece to have. It's definitely recommended in game. So it looks like Walter's at 2 elims now. Somebody's just getting rebooted, so they're going to push that, try to get these elims up. So 7 total as a team. This is going to be clean right here coming up. Now we're back. I think he's obviously looking for the other members of that team. Jacob is low on some heals. They're probably split a little bit, you can tell, because they're just trying to cover as much ground on the map to be able to get this win in this kills race against their other teammates, which are technically on the same team. Now with this game, everybody still needs to be in the final match for this to be a successful kills race tournament. So that's where when you're a solo and you got duos pushing you, it's tough. Walter did everything he could there, obviously. So we went through a couple of the team members. We just spectated them. Now Jacob's in Storm. He might have been finishing some people. So we're at 3 between Jacob and Walter. We have 9 totals of teams, so that gives 6 to the other team. So right now they're down. So they need to catch up to CJ and Carson. Right now they're discussing what they need to do, if they need to reboot here, if they need to reboot outside of zone. I feel like there's also people pushing them or pressuring them outside of Storm to keep them, so they're figuring out what they want to do and where they want to reboot and how much time they have. I think they might have discussed it a little too long, because Jacob is actually getting low and he does not have any heals on him. But with this, there's some strategy involved also. With the zone's not too far away, so even if he does get knocked and doesn't pull this off, the most important thing would be to pull this reboot off no matter what. So now they discussed Walter's going to come in. He'll revive him, which that'll put him back at 30 HP. That'll give him enough time to hopefully get out of this storm. So I'll res him here. They'll talk about what kind of inventory they got, what they're going to divvy up, what kind of heals. They'll say, you know, I don't have any white heals or I don't have any blue heals. So they passed that. He's already... Jacob's going to work his way out because he does need to move unless he finds heals. Now, when Walter was reviving him, he marked the zone to see how far they need to go. And with him having the jetpack, there's no issues with his movement out of storm. So while that's happening, you have the other team tacking on some more eliminations. So we're still moving, looking for people. And this is a good little practice that anybody can do amongst your friends. Just in general, it's a nice competition to be able to have. There's a little strategy involved. Do you want to reboot the other team member? Do you want to go help them? Because then you can take their eliminations over there. So I would say there's a couple different areas. There we go, just fried him. So we'll get this elim really quick. Yeah, knock knock. All right, and then he's coming up with the who's there here in a minute. So of course, no matter what you're doing or if you're doing anything, there's a lot of action, anything like that, there's going to be people showing up. So you're not really going to be able to just chill. There's going to be always somebody knocking at your door. So he's healing up because if he goes out there not healed, it's going to be a problem. So he's gone. That's getting their eliminations up. I believe he's at 7. The team is at 19. So depending on how many Jacob has, we'll get into that. So we have that Monarch pistol is probably one of the most overpowered things in the game right now. I recommend carrying that with you if you can before they nerf it. So you see he's got his shields. Always minis is a must-to-have. Chug splashes are just as good. So we got Jacob. He's over here looking for people still. He is low though, so he does need to find some heals. Now at this point, the whole team is pretty much in this area. So they're going to try to do everything they can to get as many eliminations as possible, just to outbeat the other duo. So this new jetpack is obviously going to be the new movement, like the fist. So I'm definitely going to 100% assume that is a bot, but that they all count the same. So, and those possibly were too. But Walter's good enough to take on the best players anyway, so I wouldn't worry about that. These kids are amazing at this game, so whatever's thrown at them, I've seen them handle. Now, at this moment, they're getting into it. They're you know, pressure's up. You know, they're getting a little chippy with each other, so they're starting to, you know, get in that. All right, we don't have there's only so many people left. We have 8 people or 4 people left on the map that they can get eliminations, and it's close. I think it's within 2 eliminations right now for who wins this. That right there, I think, put them within 1 to take over. Or they might be tied right now. So they're tied with 3 people left to be potentially eliminated. So everybody's out here looking for whoever they are to try to keep that up. So if Walter can get these next 3, at least 2, actually I think there's 2 left now. So we got 2 left. On another point of view that I seen Carson, he got one of them. just before that. All right, so you can see that they're all just flying around the map. They're looking for whoever they can get to first. Right here, I think this is where Carson came in and was able to get that elim right before Jacob got in there. So that might have sealed the deal, but we keep playing till the end. Anything can happen. I mean, there's always a strategy. Maybe they let a team reboot. You know, there's always different things you could do to try to get that. But at the end of the day, the team knows that the win is the most important thing. They're working together. They're understanding each other. They know what the other person is thinking without even having to ask. So that last elimination came from CJ and Carson, and they were the ones that won that duo squad eliminations race. So this is something that you can do yourself, or come up to the room and check us out. Seminole Esports. Thank you, and have a good day. This is Coach Adam signing out.